It feels like this year has completely flown by. I'm officially 1 month out from my due date. I cannot wait to take you with me. I'm gonna show you all of the things I'm doing to get ready for baby, from going on my baby moon, my baby shower, and wrapping up my plans at work and at my startup to prepare for maternity leave. So let's do it. A lot of people talk about having a birth plan and a really detailed document. Honestly, that's just not really for me. My plan right now is to deliver naturally with an epidural, but this baby is growing pretty quickly because I have gestational diabetes. So we'll see if that means if I need to be induced or have a C-section, depending on how that goes. We will see, to be determined. But because of that, I feel like a birth plan is just not for me. There's too many variables up in the air, but to each their own. I feel like a lot of things in pregnancy, people make you so stressed about, like, you have to plan this, you have to pack that, you have to have this item for your baby. But I am a big believer that it will all work out. After this crazy year of job searching, being laid off pregnant, and it all worked out, I'm not worried about anything anymore. I feel like things will come together in their own way. 1 week out from my prepartum maternity leave, and we're going to a baby shower today. Some of our friends are throwing in Portland, Oregon, and I'm so excited to see everyone. I haven't really left the house very much in the past 2 months just because I've been really tired in my 3rd trimester, so it'll be really sweet. Here's the full fit. I rented this dress, but it's from Free People. I think I'm gonna attempt to wear some little heels, but I'll probably end up being barefoot pretty quickly. But crazy to think the next time that we see our friends, we could be parents and have a little baby here. So it's wild how quickly everything has happened over the past year and how fast everything's changed. But I'm so happy that we got to this point from where we started this year with my layoff, my job search, and all of the chaos. It feels like I'm finally feeling really settled and at peace with everything. So thanks for being here with me along the whole way of this journey. We had one last baby shower in Portland, Oregon, with just the friends and community we've built here over the past 2 years, and it was overwhelming to see all the love and support from our community. We're the first in our friend group to have kids or even be pregnant, and so it can be a bit isolating being pregnant in general, but especially if you don't know anyone who can relate yet. In the 3rd trimester, they say you become a hermit and really don't go and see and talk to anyone, which is definitely true for my case. Being all together with our people was so nice and so good for my mental health. The biggest question you'll have is, what are my maternity leave plans? And to be honest, I still don't know. I know I'm going to take my 4 weeks of prepartum maternity leave that my company offers. So how it works for me is you get 4 weeks before the due date of the baby, and if the baby arrives earlier, you get less time. If the baby arrives later, you get more time. So I'm looking forward to having that time to finish nesting and getting the nursery ready. We're going on our baby moon this weekend, a little late because I'm in the 3rd trimester and you're supposed to do this in the 2nd, but I didn't want to miss out on it. We couldn't go in the 2nd trimester because I was job searching, saving money. So now that I have a job and we feel settled down, I'm excited to take some time, just me and Josh, before baby comes. So come with me. We did our baby moon in a drivable distance nearby, especially because I'm in my 3rd trimester. We stayed at Overleaf Lodge in Yachats, Oregon on the coast. We also went to a sea lion cave nearby, and then on our way back into Portland, we stopped in Newport and did the Newport Aquarium and saw some sea lions out in the wild there too. I can't believe we almost didn't take a baby moon because it was so much needed time to just de-stress, relax, and step away from the nursery and the nesting chaos I've been doing at home. We used Labor Day holiday and did a full 3-day weekend for the baby moon, and I feel like it was the perfect amount of time to really rest and reset and relax. The number one thing I wanted to do on the baby moon was go to a place with a spa. So Overleaf has a great spa with views of the ocean, and I did a prenatal massage. It was amazing, and they had VCR tapes, so we got to rent some movies and really just relax. Josh planned the rest of the trip, so we did a really easy hike to Thor's Well, which was amazing. If you ever stop
stop by Oregon, I would highly recommend seeing that. Being really conscious about my pregnancy timing and becoming parents has always been really important to me. You all know I really planned out all the things I wanted to do last year before being pregnant. So this was just one more thing where we really got to set aside time to talk about what life will be like as parents and when the baby comes, and it was really, really nice. I'm putting together the baby's hospital bag right now, so let me show you what I'm packing. 2 types of swaddles and his baby blanket, 2 pairs of socks and mittens. Polaroid film and my digital camera. His baby book to do his footprints, and then his name sign where we'll fill this out to take photos. 2 diapers, diaper cream, wipes, the applicator stick, hand sanitizer, a little toy, and a nail buffer. A few different sizes of onesies and types. So this one's magnetic. This one is hopefully for his photos with a little matching hat and shoes. A little hat if he has to wear a different one. This one's just like a regular long sleeve, pumpkin long sleeve, and this one is like a side button. Applying for maternity leave can be pretty confusing because it's done on a state-by-state basis, especially for me because I worked in 2 states this year, Oregon and Washington, 2 different employers, and I'm a self-employed content creator in Oregon as well. So for me, I had to start by applying in Washington because that's the state I'm currently working in. And in Washington, you have to work 820 hours during the qualifying time period to qualify for maternity leave. And it's 16 weeks paid leave, protected job leave. So I pretty much knew I was gonna get denied from that. I haven't worked that long in the state, but I had to do that for my employer because even if I got denied, they'll cover 10 weeks of paid maternity leave. So at a minimum, I'm taking 10 weeks off after my baby arrives, but I'm going to apply in Oregon too and see if I can get some additional time from the state of Oregon. So that application is still in process. Every application has different timelines, so Oregon doesn't let you apply further out than a month before your due date. So it's been a process kind of navigating all the requirements, all the timelines, what's needed from my doctor, what's needed from my job to submit to the state. So I'm still waiting for all that to process, but at a minimum, I'm taking 10 weeks off. And another option you have is to request reasonable accommodations through the Pregnancy Workers Fairness Act. So this is a pretty recent law that helps pregnant and new moms. So if your job can be done remotely without affecting the company negatively, that's considered a reasonable accommodation you can apply for. So something new I just learned, that if you're pregnant and you're experiencing a lot of morning sickness, you're struggling to go into the office, this is something you can apply for with your HR department and see if this is a reasonable accommodation that they wouldn't mind you taking to do your job. So I had already applied for that in my last few months of pregnancy because my job is in Washington, I am in Oregon, and it's really tough to travel and move right now. So that was approved, and I have to apply again as a new nursing mother after the baby arrives when I have the birth certificate and see if I can get that work remote accommodation after I come back for my 10 weeks of maternity leave. So there are definitely some options out there. I thought it would be really difficult starting a new job, pregnant, and navigating kind of how to balance my work and my family life and what options I had to take care of my baby during this time of transition. Luckily, my husband has really great paternity leave and a lot of PTO banked, so that is also super helpful for us as well. I had saved up PTO at my previous job, but now I'm kind of starting from scratch again. So those are some great options to look into if you were thinking about your maternity leave application process. And something I would definitely do is start working with your HR department and start learning about the requirements and the paperwork a few months before your due date, so you have time to get everything set up and together and get all of your questions answered because every company could be different, every state is different, and it's a lot to manage when you're managing your doctor's appointments and those other things that come along with the end of pregnancy as well. But really excited to feel like I kind of have things put together. I'm just
waiting to hear back on this last application and to get the baby's birth certificate to kind of wrap up all of my paperwork. And next time you hear from me, I will be a mom, and I'm excited to share that journey with you as I navigate becoming a working mom, returning to work, maternity leave, and all that comes along with it. But thank you so much for subscribing and for being here with me from the layoff through the job search to my maternity leave applications. You've really been with me through it all, and I'm looking forward to starting this next chapter together too.